And we're going to start that all the way over from the beginning because I had us on mute. You have to love the live stream, people.
You gotta love live.
All right, well, what we just said when we were muted was Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto. I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10
1 p.m.-ish Eastern
1
time.
1 p.m. Eastern, yeah.
There we go. No, appreciate it. Thank you, everybody in the chat room, for letting us know.
Yeah, we just didn't click it.
Right, didn't click. What's going on, Crypto Warriors? Today is Friday, March 2nd. This is episode 115. Of course, trying to say that a little bit more for the podcast people. You know, you can hear us on Google Play and iTunes. I think we're almost all the way finished back uploading everything. So that's good to go. Thanks for all those who joined the newsletter group, Discord group, and all that stuff for the digital assets group. If you haven't already, again, that price is still reduced for the next probably week and a half until this next newsletter comes out. So make sure you hop on it. You know, Bitcoin Zay is running that Discord with a couple other great TA guys. So they're definitely
killing it right now.
Y'all killing it? Oh, you see how confident he sounds? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got some good guys in there, and I can tell you right now, we've already had 3 trades above 20%, just like that, and just getting started. Many more to go. All
right, well, you heard it. And again, that monthly payment is only $49 if you sign up now. And again, that's less than a cup of coffee a day, people.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, you know, you get our discount code for the shirts on that on the group as well. And last but not least, we just let out another ICO review that we did yesterday. We posted it. Again, our ICO reviews, they are sponsored posts, so do your own research. You know, we are objective in it. We're unbiased, but still, you need to do your own research. It's not a cosign and say go ahead and buy it. But it is a review that we did, and we think it might be something. I don't know. You all take a peek, and you decide for yourselves, of course.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Somebody said new background.
Right. No, this has been a background for this week. Yeah, we're in North Carolina right now.
Well, yeah, I was
Antonio said, did we bully any more Dino Banksters yesterday? No, we didn't.
Finra caught some shots, but
Finra caught a couple
but
shots.
They gave it to themselves,
right?
Because they sent people to a career fair who couldn't really describe how they were going to advance their career. Because,
really?
Because honestly, if you don't know about Bitcoin and what you're doing, I don't know how you're going to actually.
But they're regulated. This is the
regulators.
Oh, that's the craziest thing. All right, first up, not really a big story, but something I just want to hit on. Bitcoin dominance is back above 40%. People are charting at about 40.2, 40.3%. Again, you know, as time continues, it's probably going to lose more of its market dominance. I mean, that's just natural almost because there will be other coins. Eventually, I mean, it might take some of the market dominance as we saw in the past. But what's important to know is that market dominance is coming back. And from a trading standpoint, that means if you are heavy into altcoins and Bitcoin decides to go on a bull run,
you already know.
You are about to take some serious losses.
You already know.
Make sure you set those stop losses, people. Right now, I saw a few people talking about it's bulls versus the bears right now, trying to decide if the institutions keep that price down a little bit longer while they manipulate the market and do what they do. Or will, you know, the little guys come out on top and push this price past this 11K mark, 11.4 mark.
I would say, yeah, that's heavy resistance at around 11.2, 11.4. So for those of you who are banking on Bitcoin going beyond that at some point.
I see what you did right there with the movie.
Oh, yeah. If you're banking on Bitcoin going beyond that, then, we are with you. But you definitely don't want to get caught in the chop, so to say, where it's price discovery. So, yeah, definitely. What's up?
Life School, Oak Cliff, fourth grade class. That's got to be Bitcoin's A.
No, I was going to say 4th grade class watching. Yeah.
Okay. What's up? Let's give a special shout out to Life School, Oak Cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Their whole 4th grade class tunes in. So what's going on? Oak Cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Life School. That's smart. There we go.
Everybody shout out to the 4th graders. They're going to
shout out to the 4th graders.
Way past us in a few years.
Yeah, they're going to be past all of us in a few years. I love it. We will have a job for you all. Don't worry. All right, first story up. Germany won't tax cryptocurrencies used to make purchases. The German Federal Authority published its decision to not subject purchases with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency to taxes on February 27, citing the European Court's 2015 decision, which set a precedent for all members of the European Union. The court justified its taxing decision by stating that it considers cryptocurrency as a legal means of payment, quoted as so-called virtual currencies. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin are considered equal to the legal means of payment as long as these so-called virtual currencies have been accepted as alternative and contractual means of payment by the parties involved in any transaction and have no other purpose than being used as a means of payment. So in Germany, if you are using Bitcoin as a means of payment, they cannot tax it. This is huge because, as we already stated, it is setting the precedent for the entire European Union. Exactly. That's great news, people.
And, you know, what's funny about that too? As a form of payment, it is, you know, used, but they're saying they're not going to tax it. So what people probably going to do is buy it on Monday, wait for the price to jump on Friday, then pay for whatever they're paying for, and then keep the rest of it. So then they won't get taxed on what's left over. Because in my opinion, that's just a new arbitrage way.
Right, really, yeah.
But good news there, yeah.
Well, again, I like it because it's setting that precedent. It's telling the rest of the EU, which hopefully, if they remain strong, they can press that same guidance and guidelines onto the U.S., even though we know that's probably not going to happen. But again, in the short term, it's really good. Of course, long term, you know, I saw one of the comments on the article saying they might just want people to get educated on it and really start using it so they can start taxing it. It's too late to go back.
Too late, yeah.
But regardless of whatever the issue is, right now in the short term, that's great news. And I hope that will kind of set the standard globally as long, you know, that's one little small battle. But hey, let's talk about payment only. Why are we taxing this thing? Are we taxing the dollar or whatever else you use just as a simple payment, not the actual what you're buying? So it's big win, big win. Oh, yeah. Speaking of another big win, the former chairperson of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, you might know them as, which insures bank deposits in the U.S., usually up to, I think, $250,000, says that cryptocurrencies shouldn't be outlawed. According to a new interview published by Barron's, Sheila Bair suggested that while Bitcoin and other cryptos lack a quote-unquote intrinsic value, so do currencies such as the U.S. dollar.
Oh yeah,
what? And this
dollar means nothing.
This is the former chairperson. She's quoted as saying, "I don't think we should ban it. The green bills in your pocket don't have intrinsic value either." Wow. She was quoted as saying that. Now, to be fair and full disclosure, it does look like she's working for a crypto company now. But regardless, you have the former chair of the FDIC coming out telling you not only does the U.S. dollar not have any real intrinsic value since they claim crypto and Bitcoin does it, but it shouldn't even be banned. Nothing should be done with it. She said they should let the market decide its price as it's already been doing and that the U.S. should leave it alone.
Oh, yeah. And
you don't say.
I mean, she even stated that value comes from what people give it. When people give it value, that's what has value. And she also said, let the market decide, which are words I've been waiting for somebody in power to say. Because it seems like we said with FINRA, everybody just wants to control it.
No, I just control.
Yeah,
well,
control.
What do you want to control?
How can we regulate?
We just want to make it fair.
Make it fair. Yeah, exactly. No, let the markets decide because it is a new currency based on technology. So if people think it's important, then the value goes up.
Right.
And in my opinion, she's one of the best people to listen to because she actually called the subprime mortgage recession we had in 08. She called it way before that in 06, which actually got her in bad favor with President Bush and some other people. But she called that, and now she's actually calling for a credit card and student loan debt, which we've been talking about for months. We've been saying that actual recession will come at some point if it keeps continuing the way it's going, simply because you can't print money out of thin air and keep having people not pay back. At some point, it's going to fall through. So she's one of the good people to listen to. For the 4th grade class out there, ask your parents about the recession. They'll tell you how bad it was. If it happens again, they didn't have a backup. This is why Bitcoin is so important. You do have a backup.
There was no backup in 2008, period. People got wiped out, and some are still trying to recover from it. Some still haven't even recovered from 2008. So, again, whenever we talk to people, and I mean, yesterday was a great example. You all saw us at the career fair for CIAA. There were so many people that didn't know anything about it. Then there was a couple people who still were just that traditional mindset. You know, we spoke to one guy, and he was just like, you know what, I'm about to retire. All I want to do is just traditional stuff. We're like, well, what if the market crashes again? Or what if 2008 happens all over? He's like, well, I don't know. That's just, to me,
just don't want to think about it.
It's just safe. Yeah, he really was like, I don't even want to think about it. I'm like,
he was saying, what was the investment fund? He was saying probably make him about 20% a year.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, I was like, some of the trades we did in our group, we did 20%, 3 days in a row. And he just kind of looked like,
well, I just want to keep it safe.
I just want to keep it safe and simple, which is fine. Some people, they don't want to think about it, but what people perceive as safe is only like that because of the environment they're in now. The second is not safe. Think about it like this. If Bitcoin crashes, how many people will it wipe out or affect? You know what I mean? Not many. But if the actual global economy crashes, the safeness is that's
nothing. There's no net. There's no
net for that. So yeah, and they keep saying that federal, like the FDIC, they insure up to $250K. That's nothing in the grand scheme of how much money.
Did you understand that? Yeah, the FDIC, they're only insuring $250,000. So what happens if you're a hard charger, you're an all-star, and you bring in $2 million 1 year?
Yeah.
Then the rest can just be gone by the bank's harmful, business practices.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you have over $250K in a bank, I think it would be a good time for you to start trying to move those assets outside of that to maybe a crypto fund or something of that nature, actual cryptocurrency, because they're not giving you back over that amount. And people got 8-10 million sitting in the bank, like, oh, it's safe, they'll give it back to me. Not really. When they got to come down and make a decision, we got to pay these bills or give you, Joe Schmo, your money.
Right.
Here go your $250K, but yeah, we don't have it, brother.
D. Regulo said, so if I buy a house with crypto in Germany, ... Hey, we'll see. Hey, we will see.
No taxes, maybe. Yeah,
right?
We'll see.
Let's see what else is going on. Oh, speaking of the adoption of crypto, mainstream adoption, and I might chop this word up, but I'm going to try my best. A Liechtenstein, did I say that right?
Liechtenstein.
A Liechtenstein. Oh, that would make sense. Okay, it is.
German.
A Liechtenstein-based family bank has become one of the first banks in the world that allows clients to directly invest in cryptocurrencies. Making the announcement earlier this week, Bank Frick said that the first batch of cryptocurrencies to be available for trading will include Bitcoin, Bcash, I'm not going to say their name they wrote down, Litecoin, Ripple, and Ether. The bank said that it's targeting institutional and high-value private clients who can buy in with euros, US dollars, and Swiss francs. So no surprise there. And the reason why, first, kudos. All right.
Kudos to them.
A bank did it. It kind of doesn't make sense for you to go through a bank, but I get what they're doing.
Institutions.
They're actually operating as a hedge fund, but saying that they're just offering you to buy it as a bank. And the reason why it's a hedge fund is, A, the ones they listed. You're talking about Bitcoin, Bcash, Litecoin, Ripple, and Ether. That's the main ones a lot of the bigger hedge funds are listing. Secondly, they didn't come right out and said it. But they said institutional high-value investors. We say that in the U.S. It's called accredited investors, people.
Yeah.
Accredited. They're not doing it for retail, mom and pops. If you don't have, if you're not making at least $200K a year or at least $1 million net assets, this isn't for you. So they are clearly operating as a hedge fund. It's a family bank, so they can. But all it is a hedge fund. Yeah. But the bank's doing it. But again, kudos to them because at least it brings that adoption, and at least you have a member of the opposing team, a bank, saying, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and roll this thing out.
Yeah. And I mean, I like the fact that they're getting institutional investors involved because don't fool yourself. You need institutional money to push it. However, you do need the regular people who give the value, actually build on top of it, and actually keep the currency going. Because these investors are only looking to make money off of your back. However, in hindsight, when they look back, most of them wish they could have gotten in earlier, and most of them probably wish that they didn't have to deal with the bank. But because they have so much money, they honestly can't keep up with all of it themselves. I mean, that's just one of the pitfalls of having a lot of money. That's what we call good problems, people.
Right.
But you need that option for people. We have plenty of Ned Flanders out there. And if you're trying to reach a $1 trillion market cap, you're not going to get it with a bunch of poor people all at once.
Right.
But you get 3 or 4 big institutions at once, then you start seeing what we call the flippening between Bitcoin and
the greatest transfer
of wealth in history. So that's what we're starting to see. But with banks like this, they just set the precedent because we keep telling you they don't have original ideas. Somebody comes out with one, then everybody copies it, and that's what looks like is going to happen in Europe. So. Yeah, shout out to them for starting the domino effect, and we'll see where it goes from there.
And to kind of continue on the adoption narrative, I mean, it's a couple more stories here. One was Australian cryptocurrency exchange, Bitcoin.com.au, has made buying Bitcoin and Ethereum for fiat possible in more than 1,200 newsstands across Australia starting yesterday, March 1st. Local news outlet 9 Finance reported. They said in order to buy crypto from a participating Australian newsstand, consumers need to first acquire a crypto wallet and then scan their wallet's QR code with the newsstand's iPad Mini. The exchange has set up a minimum buy of 50 Australian dollars, which is about $39 in USD worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, wow.
Very low barrier of entry.
Big news.
And I keep telling these small business owners
and those
that
are
show
big
up
too.
with this iPad, they walk over to you with an iPad, and I say, y'all don't accept Bitcoin? They're like, it'd be too much. I'm like, you have the technology right here.
Just put the wallet on it.
Put a QR code there right now. Give me 10 minutes. Nobody's taking the bait. Only people I've helped are people online, but I'm telling you, these people don't realize you literally just need a QR code, and people can just buy instantly. So good to see that as well in Australia.
I mean, now that for those who've been to Australia know, but Australia has like the newsstand. It's basically like a little newsstand where you can buy cigarettes, magazines, all that stuff. They're everywhere. They're everywhere in busy areas. So now you're telling me I can go up, and I think they said within 20 minutes they'll have the crypto to you. But you're telling me I can go to the newsstand, I can buy, my soda or my water or whatever it is, my juice, pack of whatever you get up there at the counter for different people. My lottery ticket, all the vices that you'll see at a newsstand, and my local newspaper, and then I can just buy some crypto while I'm at it.
Yeah.
And that's the best way for adoption too. You talk about these little bits and pieces of people buying. Yeah, it's like, hey, I don't need to buy $1 million right now. Let's say I buy $40 a week. Yeah. Every week I go to my newsstand, or even for people who might have more money, $40 a day or whatever. You go there every day, you buy your paper, you buy everything else. I don't care what the price is. I'm just gonna buy $40. We'll look at it later. So,
or you join our KRB Digital Assets group and you say, hey,
for $49.
They told us that a good price to buy it at is right here, and now it's at that price. Let me go up to the stand and buy it instantly. I don't have to get on the exchange, wait for them to decide whether it's a instant buy or whether it's a limit imposed, and then boom, go from there. So yeah, the easier it is, the more people will adopt it. So and somebody said the international airports ATM,
Brisbane, Australia. There we go. Good stuff. So I mean, again, we're seeing this adoption happen across the board. And speaking of adoption, again, next story was ATM giant Cardtronics cites crypto as a business risk. Oh no, this is the business. This isn't even adoption. Oh man, we're about to go the opposite way.
Yeah,
but even better.
Actually,
I was about to say.
It's basically scared.
Cardtronics noted the potential impact of cryptocurrencies on its business prospects in the most recent 10-K annual report to shareholders filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, of course, the SEC. The company said in the filing, which was published on March 1st, new payment technologies such as Venmo, which really isn't that new, but such as Venmo, Zelle, and virtual currencies such as Bitcoin or other new payment method preferences by consumers could reduce the general population's need or demand for cash and negatively impact our transaction volumes in the future. So first they mentioned Bitcoin, and second they said it would decrease the need of a demand for cash. That is the point.
That's the age we're getting to.
I can't use cash at Amazon.
Yeah, it's almost getting to a point like, why do you need cash? Well, I will say there is, cash is still king to an extent for people that want to keep their own, their own money. However, that's one of the things that it is a risk, and they following right behind the banks who say crypto is a risk. I mean, but they're complaining about Zelle and Venmo, so y'all are way behind on that. I mean, of course, ATMs are losing market share. I don't need to take out cash for much, but if I want to, I'm usually going to take out a larger amount than ATMs allow you. So your business model is kind of skewed that way, but hey, that's what happens when you allow regulators to regulate all the way down until you can only take out this amount from this ATM.
And you talk about how they're trying to track crypto. I mean, honestly, people, they've been tracking cash the same way. Like, kind of going back to how you can't take a large sum of money out the ATM. Yeah, there's a reason why you can't take $4,000 or $5,000, $10,000 out the ATM, people. I mean, they're literally controlling the flow of your own money. How crazy is that?
Yeah. And if you go in the bank, all of a sudden you need an interview and a once over about. So what do you use?
I don't need any parental guidance on the money I've made.
I just want to spread it on my bed and lay on it. Is that a good enough excuse? Like, it doesn't matter. I used to do that with my refund check in college.
Right.
Spread it around, relay on it, and put it right back in the bank because I knew it was all gone next week. So.
Right. Shout out. Yep. Antonio said, anybody realize how fast Bitcoin transactions have been going through recently? Super bullish leading to March. Right. Adoption is slowly happening. Of course, all that good stuff is happening all at once. But it's kind of like what Crypto Q said. I don't want to think about it. Just put your head in the sand and let it happen. He said the market won't crash. It's safe. Right. Exactly. I think people. Hopefully people are waking up to it. Hopefully people are waking up. I tell you what, if people aren't waking up to it, it doesn't matter if it's even small crash. I think something just happened to the market today or yesterday too. I saw a story, I didn't read about it, but I saw the Dow crash a little bit more. But the next time the market takes a big hit, people.
Any kind of good time.
Any type of hit. The next time it takes a big one that say lasts a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, everybody's coming to crypto, all right? Because there are going to be people who are not going to sit around. It's just like crypto. It's going to be weak hands. They're going to cut their losses. I don't want to keep all this money in the bank. Where else can I put it right now? Yeah. All right, everybody keeps talking about this Bitcoin thing. Let me at least allocate 3%, 2% to this. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
KH said, what will happen to Litecoin when Lightning breaks?
Yeah, well, as far as supply and demand and price points, the psychology of people using cryptocurrencies always comes down to what people think they can use and what they can afford. For some reason, when people come into crypto, the first thing they think is it's a cheap coin, so I can use it more than I can use Bitcoin.
Right.
So that's never really going away for probably the next few years. That's why you have people buying Ripple, even though people have been in it like, what? Right. But I think because Litecoin is a lower barrier of entry to get into it, and it has the similar use case for Lightning, then it'll still have value going forward with LightPay and with a lot of the developments they have. You don't know if they, I mean, LightPay Commerce. I mean, they got a lot of stuff coming. So we'll see, but I think that value will hold to an extent. I'm not saying it'll blast through the 10,000 like Bitcoin, but I think you know, price point wise, it's still at a good place.
Oh, that's what it was. Thank you, Cryptocoin Lalia. That is exactly what it was. President Donald Trump's announcement Thursday that he was set to impose tariffs on aluminum and steel imports sent the stocks tumbling. That is what caused it. I read that story. But again, in general, I mean, between now we have 3 events in the last. People we track you see it's 3 events in the last like 10 days. You had the one from yesterday with from Trump's announcement that set the stocks. You had Walmart that dropped to 10%. You know, first time it dipped that low since like 1987 or 1989 during like the crash or something. And then you of course had the biggest drop in the history of the stock market. In one day, we had that about a week and a half ago. So those are 3 events, and as we've been telling people lately, we're like, these are cracks. The glass is starting to crack. People like the lights, you know, the light got to come on every now and then. The light has to turn on. The party must end. The stock market has been doing great things for the last 10 years almost.
It hasn't even taken a correction.
It hasn't taken a correction. So we're starting to see the little cracks right now, and we're telling you, it's going to keep cracking like this. We're going to start seeing more blue chip companies having their biggest drop in 24 hours. We're going to see more old companies start to say blockchain out the blue and try to get that little boost. And then eventually we're going to see Donald Trump mention the word Bitcoin right before the market takes that giant L it's been due to take for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that is when the spaceship will take off.
Oh, yeah. Should be fun.
Right.
Can't wait for it.
India. So this was a story yesterday, but 2 crypto exchanges halt trading, and they blamed a discouraging government stance.
Y'all hating.
Crypto exchanges BTCX India and ETHX India, EX India, have informed their customers via email that they are stopping trading activities, citing the stress on their business caused by governmental actions and discouraging crypto. Local Indian news outlet Economic Times reported yesterday, it's about a week ago now, or 2 days ago, February 28th. So yeah, they're saying both websites, again, push that message out to customers, saying that any deposits received after January 1st will automatically be sent back to the investor's bank account. They said they have until March 1st to withdraw their funds in either Bitcoin, Ripple, or their rupee, which nobody wants out here, before an annual wallet maintenance fee is applied. So, I think the positive thing about that is that, you know, the crypto exchanges, I see what they're doing for the media, you know, the marketing and the media. They're like, hey guys, we want you to be able to trade. We want you to be able to have this good crypto, but the government won't let us. It's up to you all to take on South Korea's approach, fill out these signatures, send harder texts out to different people and figure out what happens next. Because
fight for us.
Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. You all gonna have to fight for us if you want to use it. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, and putting the emphasis on the people is something because it makes you see who really wants it. And
right, who wants it?
South Korea, we're starting to see in other countries like, okay, if they really want it, we want to keep our exchanges. We want unions. We don't want, you know, these public people or public officials hammering down on us. They're doing it to us, so y'all got to do something to basically combat it because we can't do it ourselves. So, you know, it's pretty good because if you really want it as people, you'll find a way. And people always have. That's what Bitcoin was born out of, was somebody trying to find a way. So, yeah, same thing in this space.
There we go.
Yeah.
Speaking of stock markets, traditional institutions and all that stuff, Overstock sees share price drop after Subsidiary becomes target of SEC probe.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on with Overstock? They thought they were going to make a smooth. I mean, I like Overstock. You guys have been doing a great job, CEO. You know, he's trying to bounce around and in the crypto space, make more money. He's already wealthy. But he thought he was going to escape the grasp of the SEC.
Nah.
What are they saying? Why are they hating right now? What's going on? Because that's all the government bodies do.
That's pretty much all they do.
They hate that everybody out there making money. Right.
And they're like,
how are you allowed to make that much money by yourself?
I need to regulate it.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, hit that like and share button, people. Thanks, Michael Malik.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will say Overstock. Love Overstock because it was the first major company to accept Bitcoin back in 2014. That was very big news when it came out. That kind of solidified some people's thought process. Okay, if Overstock's doing it, then we can, which started the flood of businesses accepting it. They have a subsidiary named T0 that they are getting investigated by the SEC. One of the, I believe, 80 different subpoenas they sent out. Unfortunately, they're getting subpoenaed because the SEC wants to see what assets they have and how they're using it. But the Overstock CEO actually calls it a positive because in his view, it'll show that they're doing things the right way.
Okay.
And that if the SEC actually investigates you and you come out on the right side of it, then that's basically just a free road ahead, because if they've got it right so far, going ahead, these companies will flourish because people say, oh, so it is okay, to do this as a payment. It is okay to use it in this manner. Because what if you see that later they accepted Bitcoin, but then they moved that Bitcoin into cash and then kept some of it, and then the money they made from Bitcoin, they paid taxes on it, and then whatever business stuff they had to do, and then people are like, oh, so that's how you do it? Boom, you got a new business model.
Got the blueprint.
And Overstock can basically sell that business model. So it's over from there. But, I mean, I see where he says it's half glass full. If SEC does probe you and you come out on the other side, you're basically legitimate at that point. So
I mean, you beat a Fed case.
Yeah,
it's
legitimate at that point. Yeah, so
kind of. Not only that, I'm sure he's saying that too. He's like, look, guys, I have plenty of money. Do you really want me to call my lawyers and tie this thing up? Let's just figure this out.
Oh yeah, somebody said SEC. I watch Billions, man. I believe Billions is similar to how things work.
Was that an Axe Capital?
Yeah, well, Axe Capital, the dude who works at SEC.
You showed me that show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it works similar where they go back and forth because they know each other and they're just like, hey, I'm gonna fine you a lot of money. Never talk about jail, but they always talk about how much money they're gonna fine them. So I think that's how the SEC works. I'm gonna take some money from you, but just gonna have to take it because we the government. So
yeah, there we go. Thanks, John Siebert. Yeah, come on, people, hit that like and smash button. I'll be saying this all wrong. Smash that like and share button.
Hit that smash button.
Right, it takes you 2 seconds, and based off YouTube algorithms, it brings more traffic, and you never know who we might get to the show. It might be somebody who I'm sure is way smarter than us that can jump in those comments and tell you what's next happening. What's happening next?
Oh yeah.
Last but not least, Dubai's Roads and Transport Authority (RTA) has announced plans to launch a blockchain-based vehicle lifecycle management system in 2020 that will provide customers with a history of their vehicle from the manufacturer all the way from the beginning to the scrapyard. So I think that is going to be a huge project. It's going to show the transparency of vehicle records. What's the one place that kind of do it for the car crashes and stuff? You start with F, right?
Yeah,
I started with F.
It just
Carfax.
Yeah, Carfax.
Yeah, the Carfax report.
And they got a Fox.
Yeah, Fox one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, the Fox. So they got Carfax and the Fox one, but you imagine you going out to buy a vehicle, use whatever, and you can literally look at use the blockchain, look up the VIN number, whatever, and see everything has been through from the beginning since it was put together all the way to the scrapyard and junkyard. I think that's an amazing development. I'm sure a lot of car dealers and resale car people might not like it if they're not doing things the right way.
Yeah, they'll get rid of a lot of
right. But if you are doing things the right way, I mean, this would be great.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And I think from the beginning standpoint of when it got created, who created it, all the way up until when you actually buy it, any accidents has been in is good, but only if it's decentralized. If Dubai's trying to do it and then centralize the database, they're just repeating what Carfax did and putting blockchain in the name. So hopefully they find a way to decentralize it, basically use cold storage for the data that they collect so that it is private and offline. The only way it can be accessed is if you have sort of the private key or the actual access to that car, you own it, so to say.
I mean, realistically, they're probably not going to try to decentralize it.
Nope.
But if somebody does,
that's what I keep saying is these countries are trying to find a way to centralize it themselves. However, they're basically opening the door for somebody to come up with a better idea than them, and they're going to eat themselves.
You want blockchain tech? You want crypto? Well, come on down to the bank of we got all the blockchain and crypto you can have here at our government office.
Tired of the government being all in the video.
Oh, and we almost forgot the free Bitcoin from Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, so we discussed Wednesday. Candace Key was our winner.
Candace Key.
And then
congratulations.
From yesterday, our winner was Alex Daly. He had an idea. It's got to be a good idea because he didn't want to share it all the way. So it's probably something really good he's working on. But basically, Wi-Fi for people who use cryptocurrency in a decentralized manner. Because I will state that one way to centralize the data that is flowing throughout the world, even with cryptocurrency, is to control the internet service providers or to control the internet itself, which is being done as we speak. Yeah. But if there's a way to decentralize it and to purchase, so to say,
that would be huge. I really just wrap my head around that.
That will probably be where everybody moves to. So, Alex, hope you're working on that project. Hope it comes out good, or partner with somebody else.
I was saying, let us know about it in depth when it's ready.
We'll definitely throw it onto our platform.
Yeah, when it's ready.
When it's ready.
There we go. Well, as always, thank you for joining people. Did you already send that Bitcoin too?
Yes, I already sent that.
So both of you already got that. Thanks for the comments. For the free Bitcoin today, what are we doing?
Yep, going with the Dubai blockchain experiment.
Dubai drip.
With the blockchain experiment on cars, how do you think that will affect the car market long term? Because even though it seems like a good idea to track it going forward, I've always said people who do illegal stuff actually keep the market alive, because people who can't purchase cars the regular way or the centralized way, they can find somebody who can get it for cash. They can be like, oh, this car doesn't have a VIN number. So do you think it'll affect it negatively because it'll be too many eyes on it, or will it be positive? Will prices get cheaper because people trust it? Let us know what you think about that blockchain experiment. Put your public address, and we'll send you that free Bitcoin.
All right. Thank you for that. Thanks for watching today. All the great comments. Michael Jones, real quick last comment. He said, crypto space needs major advertising teams to go in communities to teach and set up citizens with crypto wallets, display how it works for mass adoption. A lot of people are not tech savvy.
We're working on it.
Agree. Definitely agree. Again, we saw that yesterday at the career fair. I mean, it was just, it wasn't just the students or regular people walking to us. It was other people who had booths. They saw about Bitcoin and crypto. They were flooding over there. But yes, a lot of people were not tech savvy. A lot of people didn't, like, literally the basics, the building blocks. It wasn't there. So. And that even makes us ask, okay, what's the best way to explain this thing? What's the best way to break this down to people and all that? So we definitely need that. I know Dash is doing a good job of that for the hurricane and stuff. They were going into communities. So again, that's kind of the onus on everyone in the community. If you're in the ecosystem, whether you're just a user, you're a developer, whatever, then yes, it is up to you. We say it all the time. I actually did yesterday at the bar. We went to a little bar and restaurant. The bathroom attendant. He took Venmo and something else. I was like, well, you don't take Bitcoin? He was like, what is that? Set him up with a wallet, literally in the bathroom. Set him up with a wallet, send him some crypto. So that's the onus on us for everyone in the community. You have to go out and you should just be a mouthpiece for the crypto community in general.
So. Oh, yeah. Because the next time they hear about Bitcoin, they're going to be, oh, yeah, I've heard blah, blah, blah. And then, boom, you got a person who's going to stick with it because then it's real to them. You know what I mean? So.
Or D. Regulo said Venezuela is free teaching. You can move to Venezuela. Good luck.
Good luck, man. Yeah, they're teaching, but you got to understand, too, who it's coming from.
Right.
They may be teaching them how to use their cryptocurrency.
Use the Petro. Yeah, but no, that's a good point, D. Regular. Thanks for that. So other than that, that's the show for today, people. We will see you back Monday or possibly Tuesday. Possibly Tuesday. We'll be flying Monday. But we'll put it out on our Twitter feed Sunday night, Monday morning, regardless, to let you know for sure. But if the travel plans do get in the way, it will be Tuesday. But we will see you next week. As always, smash that like and share button. Go ahead and sign up for that newsletter if you are trying to make a little money trading. It's only $50 a month. We guarantee that money's going to come right back to you after probably about a week or two of trading. So there's no worries.
If you're in the Charlotte area, you know somebody throwing parties, tell them to accept crypto and we'll pay. And then come see the gentleman of crypto.
There we go. All right, folks. See you back in LA next week. Cheers.
Have a good one.